Hey guys, I'm all back again. Welcome to my day in the life video of the Google Pixel 7a. I've been using this phone for 30 days now, and first I was really excited to use it, but now I'm not too impressed with it. It's an okay all-around phone for the $500 price. So let's talk design. The Pixel 7a has a sleek and stylish design. It's made from pretty durable materials and looks identical to the Google Pixel 7. The only difference is in the back, it is made of plastic instead of glass. If you're holding both phones, you can't really tell though, it feels pretty similar to each other. Unlike the Galaxy A series and the S series, you can tell that the A is noticeably cheaper and it feels much lighter in the hand when you're holding both phones side by side. Google Pixel 7a is available in 4 colors: Coral, Sea, Snow, and Charcoal. I'm personally a big fan of the Coral and the Sea, but I'm stuck with the Charcoal because it was the only phone available when I went to pick it up on day 1 from T-Mobile. Sometimes you have to wait longer for the colors you want, or if you want to get the phone earlier, you pretty much have to choose what you have depending on your locations. Display wise, the Google Pixel 7a is a 6.1 inch display, 1080p resolution, and it's pretty bright and vibrant for what it is. Great for watching videos, playing games. The only downside is the peak brightness is only up to 1000 nits. With the regular Google Pixel 7, you get up to 1400 nits for max peak brightness. And just for comparison's sake, the Galaxy S23 is 1750 nits. So what this means is when you're using the phone outside under direct sunlight, you can see the S23 much better than the Google Pixel 7a. 7a is about almost half the nits of the S23, so it is pretty noticeable when you're using it under direct sunlight, super dark. You can still see it though, it just takes a little bit more effort. With the S23, you can see it normally just fine. And the Pixel 7, it rests somewhere neatly in the middle between the two phones. Processor, the 7a is powered by the Google Tensor G2, which is a pretty powerful chip. You can scroll back and forth, no lags, anything like that. Although it is a really powerful chip, it does run hot, and it struggles a little bit when you are handling multiple demanding tasks at once. It does get warm, and it does struggle to fast charge throughout the day once you run out of battery. Storage wise, it is 128GB, which is somewhat standard these days. I think the next logical step is going to be 256. Apps are getting bigger, photos are getting larger, videos are getting bigger as well. So I think over time, the new baseline is going to be 256, but 128 is solid enough for what it is today. It wasn't too long ago that iPhones were shipping out 34GB models or 64GB models, so we have came a long way. Camera system is pretty decent on the Google Pixel 7a. It takes great photos and videos under a variety of different conditions. It can even compete against the iPhone 14 Pros, which costs 2 to 3 times more. And at the end of the day, you're getting top-of-the-line camera. And the Pixel A series generally tend to do pretty well in blind camera tests, so you're in really good shape there. This one is no different, and Google even put a bigger sensor on the Pixel 7a this year. The biggest downfall of the 7a is the short-lasting battery. I was never able to get a full day of battery usage out of this phone. During the first initial days when I got this phone, I was able to achieve 10 to 12 hours of battery life, but the more I use it, it averaged out to about 9 to 10 hours. And I know that because in the morning, whenever I wake up at 6 a.m., I pull down my notification shade. It gives me an estimate of when the phone's gonna last, and it is usually around 3 p.m., so that's about 9 hours. And I find that when I use this phone, I cannot charge it and use the phone at the same time, or else it wouldn't charge that fast. So you basically have to leave your phone there and not touch it at all. Because if you are doing both things at once, the phone gets warm and then it struggles to charge because it's using up more battery than it's actually charging. The wireless charging is almost useless at my desk. When I have the Galaxy S23 and I'm using my wireless charger, it charges much faster. And I find that by the time I get off work, I'm near 100% or at 100%. With the Pixel 7a, I find that it either holds the charge or I'm lucky if I get a percent or 2 in a few hours. So by 3:30 p.m., if I don't use the wireless charger, the phone's gonna be dead. With the wireless charger here and there, there's still 33% left on day 30 instead of being closer to 100%. So overall, I'm not too impressed with the Google Pixel 7a. It's an average phone and it's okay for anyone looking for an affordable device. If you're in the market for a new phone, you're looking for something that is fast with a great camera, I would recommend the Google Pixel 7a, but you do sacrifice battery and slow charging. If you want a better battery and a fast charging phone that is super powerful, I will recommend the OnePlus 10T instead. It is a beast of a phone. You get 120 watt fast charging. Basically, you can fill up your phone in 20 minutes instead of waiting a few hours for the Google Pixel 7a, especially using it on and off. Although on the OnePlus 10T, you do sacrifice video camera, and their camera in general isn't that great. And then you have the Samsung Galaxy A series. It is a nice balance between camera and battery life. Performance, it is on the slower side. Pixel definitely beat them in terms of performance. So none of these phones are all perfect. They all do make sacrifices in this price range, so you gotta pick what you value the most, whether it is camera and performance, battery and fast charging, camera and battery. So these are some of the most popular phones around this price range, and those are all your options. You basically have to pick and choose. None of them is 100% good at everything. Thanks for watching my day in the life video of the Google Pixel 7a. And on day 30, kind of the same story. I woke up at 6 a.m. The phone will last until 3 p.m. so 9 hours of battery life. I work from home all day, no changes there. In recent days, I find that the charging speed is annoying me more often than not. But other than that, it is a pretty solid phone if you don't mind charging your phone throughout the day. Since I was coming from the Galaxy S23 on a low usage day, standby time, I can get anywhere from 12 to 18 hours of battery life, depending on how I use my phone. And with the Google Pixel 7a, no matter how I use my phone, I always get 9 hours of battery life, even with heavy usage or limited usage. So there you guys have it. If you have any questions, comments, or concern, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. Please check out my last video on why I think you should get the Google Pixel 7 over the 7a if you're interested.